this guy I was with for 7 years, he left me for someone he met online. He actually lives in a different country on top of that.
Here's the thing. When a guy says he met a woman on the internet in a foreign country, there's 20% chance she's not a real person.
Call from Jen.
Hello?
Hi.
Jen, is that you?
Yes, this is Jen.
Well, Jen, it's an honor, a privilege, and an honor to talk to you. How's it going?
Not that great.
Well, do you want to talk about it, or do you want to talk about something else to distract from it?
I mean, I guess I kind of want to get your input on it, to be honest.
What's
so,
up?
like, I just recently went through a breakup, and so this guy I was with for 7 years actually left me for someone he says he met online that he met, like, in 2 weeks. And she actually lives in a different country on top of that, so it's kind of, like, hard to get over it.
Well,
So I'm like...
here's the thing. When a guy says he met a woman on the internet in a foreign country, there's, I'm going to say realistically, I could give a funnier number, but I'm going to give a realistic number, a 15% chance. 20? 20. People meet each other online pretty frequently these days. 20% chance she's not a real person.
It's crazy because, like, throughout our breakup, he kept saying that, like, he's never felt love like the one he has with her. And, like, all he could really think of was imagining her face and her voice while he was at work. And mind you, we like I said, 7 years together. He had a ring. He was ready to propose. We were, like, planning on having kids, too. So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry that things didn't work out, man.
Yeah,
So,
it's definitely one of those things because, like, he told me, too, that he told his parents before me that he was going to break up with me out of the blue.
he told his parents before you that he was going to break up with you?
Yeah.
How long ago was all this?
This was like the week of Thanksgiving on top of all that.
What have you been doing since?
Definitely still going through it emotionally because, you know, obviously this is someone who I thought I was going to build a life with. And, you know, he was very, like, emotionally abusive throughout the whole process, you know, kind of like completely different person from what I met. And so it definitely, like, something you would think that you would probably be like, you know what, like, I need to move on. Like, this is not who I was with. But, you know, when you plan a future with someone, it's kind of hard to forget all that.
Bro, life's fucking crazy. It really is.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. I don't know. I'm like, it's so hard to, I guess, like, trust people, you know? Like, I don't know. I mean, you should be able to, but it's hard. Definitely.
Yeah, because, like, it really was, like, someone ripping a rug from underneath you kind of scenario, because it just happened out of nowhere, and, like, he was just like, we need to break up. I'm not in love with you, and, you know, I want to break up with you before I meet someone, before I can open my heart to someone. Mind you, he's already talking to someone those last 2 weeks. Well, what is going on?
Well, look, here's the thing, and I know it's hard. This is a difficult perspective to tap into at this very moment, but it's like these, like, breakups and shit, they're kind of always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you know, if you're gonna marry a fucking guy and have kids and get a house and really just, you know, do a intertwine your existences and you know, with a kid and just really fuck your lives together, you know, like a Barbie and a Ken doll, right? Then then it should be somebody who's sure about you, right?
Yeah.
And if this guy is not sure about you, then I think it's a good thing that you guys. I mean, it's quite a relief. I think that you know, at least this happened. You know, the timing of this is a lot fucking better than it could have been. It could have been, you know, because you don't want to be you don't want to have this conversation after Thanksgiving dinner with the whole family and kids and shit at the house, right? So I mean, count that as a good aspect of all of this, even though there's you know, I'm sure you're in a state of turmoil. What? So I look. I know it's all fresh, but are we gonna go find ourselves a fucking European hunk now? Now that he's got his,
you know,
fucking
it's funny,
whatever.
'cause, like, I obviously, like, I'm not like him, so like 7 years to me is 7 years. So like I'm still madly in love, even though he screwed me over. But like on top of all this, you know, when I was trying to find this girl's number to talk to her, I ended up finding out he was talking to a dude back in August. And me and this guy started talking, and he apparently told this guy that he's been single for 3 years and that my car was his car, and all these stuff that I bought him, like, was apparently things he bought himself, when that's not even true. So he was trying to flex at the same time.
So he was flexing. He's a little gay, and he's got an international lady.
Yeah, everyone.
How old is this guy? How old is this guy?
He's 28.
Okay, he's going through like a. You know what is unfortunate? He's going through a midlife crisis.
That's what everyone keeps telling me.
People think midlife crises happen at like 50, but no one lives to 100. That's ridiculous. This guy's probably gonna. You know, I mean, it's not, you know, a lot of people die at 60. I don't know when this guy's going to die. I'm not going to say anything. But it sounds like he's going through a crazy midlife crisis or something like that.
Yeah, because everyone was telling me that, like, are you sure he's not on drugs or something, or what is he doing? Because, like, it's just so weird, because, like, he was literally all of a sudden being a homophobe, like, towards the end. And so I'm thinking, like, maybe he's, like, can't find himself sexually, like, I don't know. And like, it's just such a weird scenario. Like, in my head, it feels like a movie, but it's not.
You said he was being a homophobe towards the end?
Yeah, like, you know, we went to the gym, and like one day, and like he coming out of the bathroom so pissed, and he was like, I can't believe like all these people are doing weird shit in the sauna. And I'm like, dude, like, drop it. You don't have to look. Like, if they're doing their stuff, then go, like, let them be.
Right. It sounds like he was you know, this guy is like, you know what, I feel bad because I'm about to, I don't know if what I'm about to say is giving him the benefit of the doubt, but it sounds as though this guy, like, fuck, I don't know how confident I am what I'm about to say, but he wanted to do the thing. He wanted to stick with the plan. He wanted to stick with the plan, but then he started having all these like gay thoughts, and he met this girl in Guatemala, and just life started to overtake, and he tried to fight it a little bit, and that's why he was going off on these people in the sauna and shit. But it just it took him in, and I don't know why all those things are happening. I don't know why he felt this crazy desire to make like a left turn and discover things about himself that maybe he hadn't dived into previously, and it's a fucking damn shame that you are an innocent casualty in all of it. You know?
Yeah.
But whatever, that's for his therapy Gecko call. This is yours. So,
and it's funny too, because like, I actually took this guy to confront him because he wanted closure and why he ghosted him. So when we confronted him about it,
So the guy that he was flirting with, you and him got together to confront your ex.
He knew where we lived because he Googled his name, so he knew where we lived. He knew the apartment number and everything. And he just asked if it was cool if he can meet up, and I was like, sure.
That's fucking nuts, man. You just.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a movie.
What happened when you confronted him and his wife and the guy from that he's cheating on her with fucking show up? What did he say?
So we showed up at his dad's house because he would not come over to the apartment anymore. And so we knocked on the door, and I told him, I was like, I brought you a friend. So he looked all surprised, and then he pretty much told the guy, like, the guy did not want to even look at him, and he told the guy, like, hey, you know what, we had cool conversations, it was all cool, but then just the thought of doing anything with you just disgusted me.
Oh, he said that to the guy that he was flirting with?
Yeah.
Dude, wild.
Right?
Well, I mean, listen, back to you. What's your name again? Jen.
Jen.
Jen. Back to you, Jen. When's the last time you talked to your ex?
This was on maybe like 2 weeks ago on Thursday because we made plans on him picking up his stuff from storage. And while my brother went with me because this is when he was having a screaming battle with me on the phone about me being a psycho and being crazy and all this stuff, because I told his current girlfriend, now they're official, I told her, hey, like, if you really know the truth about him, like, these are all the things that were leading up to the breakup, and like we were still seeing each other and sleeping with each other. And she was like, hey, you know what, he told me he was single, why are you making it like my fault? I'm like, I'm not blaming you, I'm telling you what happened towards the end. And so he got all upset and called me and started screaming at me. And then that's when he was like, I need to take my stuff out of storage, which is fine. Then he shows up to storage with cops because he wanted the engagement ring back as well. So I gave it back to him, and I was just kind of like weirded out because this is a guy too who apparently like hates the cops, but he's been calling the cops lately on me.
Crazy dude.
Yeah. And this is a guy too that says he's going through a spiritual journey because he wants to connect to God.
What is he going to like live with this woman in her country, or is she coming to the U.S.?
I don't know. He can't afford a plane ticket to the Philippines to go see her, so I don't know what his plans are.
Well, look, again, I'll say that's for that guy's therapy gecko call. What? So, I mean, you guys don't have any kids or anything, so, and you never were married, so there's no divorce crazy crap. So, okay.
No.
So what do you, let me ask you this, Jen. 7 years. What's something just one thing. What's something you always wanted to do, but you couldn't because you had this boyfriend?
I really wanted to work in the music business, and I definitely will admit I kind of put that on the back burner because of him and his insecurities. And so, like, right now, like, I want to try to refocus myself on that again, but it's, you know, it still feels fresh, and like the holidays are happening, so it just even sucks.
What were his insecurities about you working in the music industry?
So I had friends in bands and, you know, stuff like that. So it's just his insecurities of like, you know, you're around all these guys and like, right. You know, what if they hit on you and stuff? And right. I told him, like, if I wanted to be with someone like that, I could have. I've had the opportunity, but right. A lot of them aren't really the best boyfriend materials. And like, I couldn't see myself with someone like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But he just couldn't get over it.
So are you going to try to pursue something like that?
I'm in the process of continuing my career path on that, but it's just, you know, I'm living in a fantasy land right now where like we would get back together, even though in my mind I know it's not the best idea.
Oh, you and this guy?
Mm-hmm.
I look, you were with this guy for 7 years. You planned a whole life with him. I understand why, and this only happened like a couple weeks ago, it sounds. So I understand why you're living in Fantasyland. From my perspective and the perspective of the people listening, it's like, why would you ever want to talk to this guy again? But I won't be ignorant enough not to understand that yes, you were with him for 7 years, and that's going to take a while. But I'm fairly confident that after some time, you will join the side of the fence that I and the people listening likely are sitting on when they view this relationship.
Yeah.
But this is exciting. I mean, okay, you want to work in the music industry? Is there anything else?
Just pretty much traveling, to be honest, because that's something I still had planned, and we both had planned it, but like at this point I don't want to stop just because I'm not with him anymore.
Please, dear God. Oh my God, the best thing you could possibly do is if you and your partner had travel plans together, don't cancel them. Go. Where were you planning?
Well, I've always wanted to go to Spain, Hawaii, like just places like that, like, adventuring.
Go to Spain, go to Hawaii. I mean, Jen, the hunk population of Hawaii, it's about 300,000. Just go by yourself and get hunked.
Right, just see what he is. Yeah, it just sucks, but I don't know how people can just get over a relationship, especially after.
It's not gonna. I understand. I know I'm ignorant to your particular perspective, but I think eventually, hopefully, time will heal the wounds. Time, hunks heal all wounds.
Definitely. Yeah, but
are you still friends with the guy, like the guy he was hitting?
It's funny, that guy just hits me up to see like if I'm in contact with my ex and if I have his number, and so I kind of just erased him off my phone because it just seemed like he still isn't over whatever happened between them.
I mean, I kind of think. I mean, listen. I mean, Jen, call me crazy, but I think that you two might be needing to plan a trip to Hawaii. Now that would be. Tell me that wouldn't be a movie. That's a movie right there, Jen. You and that guy going to Hawaii, getting hunked out. That's a movie right there that I would watch.
We're gonna have to figure out the script.
That's a Judd Apatow movie. You're Leslie Mann. Who's the guy? Whatever, who cares? Anyway,
yeah.
Well, Jen, how do you feel?
How do I what?
How do you feel?
I feel great after this conversation. I mean, like, I definitely, needed to let it out because it's funny because he actually introduced me to you, to like your podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that when you think of this, I hope now that you have been introduced and he's in the Philippines and he's listening to, other crazy podcasts, I hope that you can associate this podcast yourself with it not being associated with him, so that you can keep listening and maybe buy a t-shirt from my merch store at therapygecko.com at some point.
Oh, for sure. That's on my Christmas list.
Jen, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
I mean, thanks for all your guys' advice, for sure, because I definitely need it.
All right. Take care, Jen.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hunk City.
Call from.
My name is Omar.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Omar?
Yeah, dude. What's up?
Omar, what's going on?
Just chilling, getting high, playing City Skylines, making like little people move around on my screen.
You're playing what?
You know that game where you, it's like fucking SimCity, but new. And you just like make cities for hours. It's fucking sick.
You're getting high and playing SimCity.
Hell yeah.
Wow. What made you want to interrupt such a beautiful life experience just to call me?
I don't know, man. I wanted to hear what you had to say about life. You seem pretty wise for someone.
You want to hear what I have to say about life? What do I have to say about life? Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I've been going back. You know, I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been going back and forth about whether life is easy or hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, wait, this is easy, and then other times I'm like, wait, this is really hard.
Did you get born into an easy life or a hard life?
You say born into an easy life or a hard life?
No, did you? Which one did you get?
Did I get? Where are you from?
I'm from London.
Oh, okay. That's why your phone is a little shitty, and your accent is a little shitty too. So I can sort of only barely understand what you're saying.
Oh, that's fair enough. I'll try and articulate a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what did you just say?
Did you get an easy life or a hard one? Which one did you get born into?
It's fun to make fun of British people because, you know, they're also just white. All right, say it one more time.
I'm not even white.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Did you get an easy life or did you get a hard one? Which one did you get born into?
Born into? Oh, I mean, comparatively easy. Goddamn. I mean, it depends on your perspective, because because look, here's the thing. I think the bar for an easy life, to me, in consideration to all of the lives that are out there, is like if you're born into a life where, like, you know, your parents don't beat the shit out of you and you can eat food and drink water, that's pretty good. I don't know if it's necessarily easy, but it's just pretty good, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
What about you? What do you think?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm privileged as hell. I got a sweet life. I grew up in Asia. Now I live in London. I'm living it up. Living that dream.
Where in Asia are you from?
No, I grew up in Singapore.
Oh, I've heard of Singapore. Singapore is kind of rich, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. When you're under 18, it's pretty cool.
Why is it cool when you're under 18, but not cool when you're over 18?
Because you can have, like, a fun, sheltered time there. Like, you can go, like, cringe clubbing and shit, but when you grow up and you want to, like, do some cool shit, like smoke weed and stuff, you can't do any of that.
I'm sorry. So you just said, yeah, living in Singapore as a minor is cool because you can go to the club, but then once you turn 18, you're not allowed to smoke weed?
Well, you know, you grow up and you want to do cooler stuff because you realize clubbing's really lame. But you can't do cooler stuff. You can't smoke weed there. You can't do drugs. You gotta, like, live that cookie cutter corporate lifestyle.
Why were you were clubbing? How old were you when you were clubbing?
You can go clubbing when you're, like, 13, 14 there, because you're, like, expat, so you, like, get into places easier.
Really? Wait, so are you, like, so you're telling me there are clubs where there's, like, 35-year-olds hanging out with 13-year-olds in Singapore?
Bro, yeah, 100%. And, like, what's even weirder at the time is, like, you think it's normal that they're just, like, partying with you, getting you drinks, and then you grow up and you realize how cringe that is. That this, like, dude who's, like, 30 is just, like, hanging out with 18-year-olds, thinking it's cool as fuck when he, like, makes out with a girl in high school.
Goddamn. So,
yeah, bro,
how old were you when you left Singapore?
I think I left when I was 17.
Okay. Do you ever go back?
Yeah, I used to go back when my parents lived there, but I don't go back anymore.
Do you still club? Wait, where are you now? All right, you're in London. Are you clubbing in London?
No. Nah, not really. I get a gig, but I don't go clubbing. I'm older now. I'm like 30, so it's like a bit, more chilling.
What do you do with your life, Omar?
I'm a YouTuber.
You're a YouTuber. Are you a YouTube has gotten so niche, and so I feel like
I'm a niche YouTuber.
You're a niche YouTuber. You're a weed and SimCity YouTuber. That's your niche.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like you did a review on specifically the best strains to smoke while playing SimCity. That's your YouTube.
No, I wish that was my job. That's how
hey,
no,
Omar?
I do like sports.
Just so you know, if you want, you can have that.
Oh no, it's harder here, dude. It's illegal here.
It's illegal in London.
I think I'll get demonetized if I do that.
Really? Is weed legal in London?
No. Everyone smokes weed, but it's not legal.
So you're saying you're breaking the law right now?
I mean, aren't you breaking the law federally if you smoke weed? Oh, you're in Canada.
Why'd you think I was I'm not in Canada. Why'd you think I was in Canada?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were in Canada. Where are you?
I'm... Omar, I got a question. Is there, and it's okay if not, I'm enjoying talking to you. We can talk about all kinds of things, but is there a particular thing you wanted to talk about on the phone?
I don't know, man. There's a few things going on, but I don't know if I want to talk about them online. You know what I've been finding weird, though, recently?
Please.
Is like, when you realize that, nothing really means anything, it's kind of hard to get psyched to do anything. Like I get that, the end game is that you're just enjoying every moment as it comes, because that's really all you get. You don't get the future, you don't get the past. You just get now.
Right.
But, I don't know, when you do that forever, it feels reckless, and you're like, damn, in 10 years' time, I'm going to fucked up because all I was doing is focusing on the present.
Is your version of focusing on the present getting high and playing SimCity?
No, not all the time.
What's your version of focusing on the present?
I guess hedonism. I don't know, going out to dinner, going to the pub, getting fucked up.
All right.
Shit like that.
So you're 30, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you fucked up your future?
No, but I'm worried that I'll get there and it'll be too late. You'll figure that out.
Okay, what do you...
Years.
All right, what do you... give me some specifics. What do you think you fucked up?
Well, it's just okay, so I'm a YouTuber. I earn, pretty decent money. But it's fame and popularity, they're not solid things.
Yeah, of course.
But all my other 30-year-old friends, they have legit jobs. They're fucking some of them bankers. They have a shit time.
Yeah.
But they're earning shit tons of cash. They're locked in for a future that will last for ages.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that security looks so sweet, but it's the price you pay for that looks really high, and it's just am I making the right choice by not doing that?
Well, Omar, I have good news. If you want to talk about fake jobs, you've come to the right professional gecko.
Yeah, good point. What do you think about the future? How are you? Are you worried about these things?
Dude, if you want to know my real answer on this, I just I'm thinking. I've thought about a few things. I'm right now. I'm just dude, bro. I'm gonna get practical with you. Right now, I'm just okay. Let me save as much money as possible so that I can have a nice cushion before I ever have to get a real job if I ever do. But and I think about that a lot. I think about the future. I think about oh man, when am I gonna because right, we're in the same boat. I have no security in what I do really, but and again, bro, I think about this every single day. I'm I'm 20. I'm 26 next week, and I'm what the fuck am I gonna be doing when I'm 40? You know, am I still going to be a gecko?
Can you imagine, like, you know, I do Squarespace ads, you know, the classic YouTuber shit. I can't imagine being like a 50-year-old dude being like, yo, 10% off of Squarespace if you click my link. Like, I just can't imagine doing that.
Right. I mean, here's the thing, though, is you have to understand that certain things are outside of your control. So for me, I'm like, all right, well, how hard I work is in my control. So that's why, you know, I fucking post clips to promote the podcast, and I work really hard to make sure that the show is good, and I work as hard as I can to be the best gecko as I can. And outside of that, I mean, none of this shit is really in my control. All the people listening could be like, you know what, this is fucking stupid, and turn it off, and, you know, then I you know, have to go. But I don't know. I mean, I've talked, when I talk to my friends and family about this kind of thing, they always tell me that I'll figure it out, and I've started to try to want to believe them that, you know, I feel a certain sense of confidence and security in my own brain and my own skills and my own experience that, you know, I'll be okay regardless of what happens to the future. I'll figure it out, and, you know, whatever. I mean, if it's purely a money thing, I mean, there's 1,000 different ways to make money in the world. So, you know, I'm sure I'll figure out something. But for now, I'm like, you know, there's you guys, it's a balancing act, right? Because the more I stress out about the future and the more I wonder what the hell I'm going to be doing when I'm 37, the less I'm focused on doing what I'm going to be doing when I am right now alive, you know? So I'm like robbing from
on what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I'm robbing from my present gecko-ness to think about, you know, how I'm going to afford to eat food when I'm, you know, 45. So, you know, I don't know, man. I think about this stuff all the time. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I think about it all the time too. It's like, to be honest, I'm just, well, like, it also starts to play back to this thing where, like, you know, people are like, all you have when you're old is your memories. Dude, I don't even fucking like really know if my memories are even legit. Do you know what I mean? You're like, you try and record something, you're like, am I even remembering that? Or is this just like some bullshit? So like, right, where was I going at that point? Because it's like, you know, when you're living in the now, you're trying to create memories for later, so you like have a really good life in your head. But it's like, I don't really remember those things. So it's like I'm living for the now, but the now is literally just this moment fleeting. So it's like really weird. Is there any reason why I'm putting effort into this now? I've kind of lost my point, but basically it's fucking complicated and I can't figure it out.
So, I mean, well, here's another aspect of all this stuff that I was thinking about. And I don't know if this is true. I don't know if I agree with this, but it's a thought that I've explored in my head, which is that, bro, in general, security is like kind of a myth. I don't know if I agree with that, but I do think about it. I mean, think about the pandemic, right? Like a bunch of people who like had, you know, quote, real stable jobs just got fucking fired, you know, and you know, layoffs happen all the time. People get with real secure jobs get fucking fired. And hey, besides even that, people who are in like good health have fucking brain aneurysms and die when they're 50. Yeah. And people get into car accidents and die when they're 30, even though they had security and they had good health and this and that. So I mean, security, it's like you can get pretty sure that everything's gonna be okay, but that's like the best. You can never be 100% sure that everything's gonna be okay. You just never, unless if you like stayed inside your room and ate lettuce and did push-ups and never left or anything. But you can't live like that. And even if you did live like that, you'd only get to like 90% sure that everything's gonna be okay. But that version of life is not things being okay. So security does feel like a myth in that way. You can never be 100% sure that everything's going to be okay. And so to that point, I kind of surrender thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm never gonna be 100% sure that everything's gonna be okay, then what's the fucking point of worrying about if things are gonna be okay? You know,
I know what you mean, man. You just like let go with the flow, but that's like an active mentality you have to maintain. Like, it's not.
Of course.
It's not passive, you know.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm talking I'm talking a bunch of shit to you right now, but after the stream is over, I'm gonna be like, what's my YouTube revenue for this month, and how am I gonna?
Bro, I uninstalled that creator app straight off my phone. It was like driving me insane.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, am I allowed to ask you what your YouTube channel is, or are you trying to remain anonymous?
Yeah, it's Bouldering Boba.
What, dude? What did you just say?
Yeah, it's tough. Bouldering Bobat. Just search Bobat. You'll find us. Rock climbing. It's
Bouldering Bobart?
B-O-B-A-T.
B-O-B-A-T. Oh, Bouldering oh, man.
You got it, bro.
Bouldering Bobart?
Just type it in. It'll autocomplete. You'll be fine.
All right. Well, it's nice talking to you, man. I feel like I don't have all that many people who I know that do. Actually, no, I have a good, I wish I could talk to. I wish I had more people to talk to about having a fake funny job.
Yeah, me too, man. It's like it's a bit fleeting. Everyone's all serious, and it's like, can someone else? Like, my parents have no idea what I do. Do your parents know what you do?
Oh yeah.
But like, they understand it.
Define understand.
Like, your fucking parents fully understand how you dress them as a gecko turns into cash in your bank account.
My parents understand that I dress up as a gecko and talk to people on the phone and do tours and make videos and stuff.
Fair enough.
My dad used to be in the chat, but I don't think he's in the chat anymore. Wait, there's a couple. There's like a dude in the. Wait, there's a dude in my chat right now who says he watches you.
Oh hell yeah! What's up?
That's cool. How many subs do you have?
Like 250,000.
That's sick, man. Are you happy? Are you stoked?
But we're kind of like we're like on the. When your channel was like peaking before, we're on like the down end of our peak. But that's okay. We opened the gym in real life, so.
You opened a gym?
In real life, yeah, because we didn't want to rely on YouTube, so we were like, we need to make something brick and mortar, so we opened the gym in London, yeah.
That's something I want to do. I want to diversify my life,
Yeah.
I love doing the podcast, and the podcast is sick, but I'm like, oh, what else could I'm thinking about that. I'm like, what could I do in real life that's like,
Dude, it keeps the creativity fresh as well.
Right,
like if you're
exactly.
like doing shit in different aspects that are all like kind of related, it like helps you just get shit coming out of your mind.
Right,
I don't know.
Right. That's how I feel about it. What? Oh, he hung up. Well, that sucks. Well, wow, that's a real bummer way to end that call. Hold on, let me see if I can get him back. No, I don't think I can, but it's okay. We were on the much as he said we had peaked, much as he said he had peaked in his channel, I think we had peaked in that call. That was a good call. Shout out to, what's his name again? Bouldering Bobert. Shout out to Bouldering Bobert. It was good talking to you. Let's collab. Should we do a collab? What did he say? What kind of stuff did he say he makes? I'll go to his gym. That's what we'll do. Bouldering Bobert, if you hear this, I'll go to your gym in London and we'll make a video. Maybe. Depends on how strenuous you want the activity to be. All right. Thanks for calling, Bobert.